Imagine paying your rent the same way you pay for Netflix. Monthly, automatic, and zero drama. You no longer need to hand over 1 or 2 massive checks just to keep a roof over your head. That old school system, it's being replaced by a new wave of PropTech platforms in Dubai that finally let you pay rent the way it makes sense, monthly. In this video, I'm breaking down the top 4 rent now, pay monthly services in the UAE, looking at which ones let you pay by credit card, which ones are landlord friendly, and how some of them even let you invest in real estate while you're still renting. But before we dive in, do me a quick favor. If you find this kind of Dubai specific finance and property content useful, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I post every week to help you navigate life and money in the UAE. Without further ado, let's get right into it. So let's start by setting the stage. For years, Dubai's rental market has been dominated by the same rigid system. Pay 1 check or 2, sometimes 4 if you're lucky, and hope your landlord is flexible. And even then, you're still handing over a massive chunk of your salary in advance. That makes budgeting hard. It locks up your cash flow, and if you're new to the country or working freelance, I think it can be a nightmare. But now there is a shift happening. PropTech platforms have come about. Basically, property plus technology startups are stepping in with smarter solutions. These companies are bridging the gap between what tenants need, which are monthly flexibility, and what landlords want, which is guaranteed full rent upfront. And they do it by acting as a middleman. They pay the landlord and you pay them back in 12 monthly installments. Some even go further with value-added services for property owners or bonus features like investment tools and rent tracking. So first on the list, let's kick things off with Keyper. Now Keyper has really built out a full stack platform. It's not just for tenants looking to pay monthly. Although it does that very well, it also caters to landlords and real estate investors. As a tenant, you use the platform to split your rent into 12 monthly payments. Keyper settles the entire rent upfront with your landlord, so from the landlord's perspective, nothing changes and it even gets better for them. They get their money as if you paid them in 1 check. But for you, you now have the breathing room to pay rent like a monthly subscription, which also makes it better for you. I think the application process is digital and fairly smooth. And once approved, you make monthly payments directly through Keyper. The platform even supports credit card payments, which is a big plus if you're managing your cash flow or collecting reward points. But where Keyper really shines is on the landlord and investor side. They offer a fully integrated dashboard that lets you track rental income, operating expenses, property ROI, and even predictive tools for future cash flow. This isn't just a rent service. It's a modern property finance platform that appeals equally to tenants and owners. If you're a landlord or property investor in Dubai, you're probably going to end up hearing more and more about Keyper very soon. Next up on the list, let's talk about Rently. Rently is one of the more focused solutions on this list. It's not trying to be everything to everyone. It's here to make rent payments monthly, period. Rently works by paying your landlord in 1 or 2 checks depending on their preference, and then letting you pay them back over 12 months on month-to-month basis. This is great for tenants who want flexibility without changing the landlord's routine, and because Rently integrates with both landlords and real estate agencies, you don't have to worry about whether your landlord accepts monthly rent. Rently handles that conversation on your behalf. Tenants apply online, go through a short assessment, and once approved, everything is handled digitally. You also get the option to pay with your credit card, so if you're managing tight cash flow or simply want to maximize your card rewards, Rently has you covered in this area as well. The onboarding is quick, approvals are faster than most banks, and they stay laser focused on doing one thing really well: breaking down your rent into predictable, stress-free monthly installments. I think it's a no-nonsense solution that appeals to a wide range of renters, especially those looking for speed and simplicity. Now let's move on to Easy Rent. As the name suggests, Easy Rent is all about making rent easy. Their model is similar. They pay the landlord in full and allow you, the tenant, to pay monthly. But what makes Easy Rent particularly attractive is how transparent and smooth the onboarding process is. You're not going to be running in circles trying to get documents signed or chasing someone for confirmation. Everything is laid out clearly from the moment you apply. Easy Rent also stands out for being very credit card friendly. Not only do they allow card payments, they encourage it. So if you're someone who wants to earn miles, cashback, or simply defer payments to align with your billing cycle, this is one of the more flexible platforms in that regard. They work with both individual landlords and larger property management companies, and their support team is UAE based and responsive, which is always a big plus. There's also a certain peace of mind that comes with knowing you're working with a platform that's designed specifically for this use case. Easy Rent doesn't do a million things. They do one thing and they do it efficiently. If you want an intuitive, no hassle way to move away from check-based rent without getting overwhelmed by dashboards and extras, I think this is a great fit and a must try. Now let's get into something a little more unique. Preco or Preco. Preco is playing in a slightly different space. Yes, they let you pay your rent monthly, and yes, they handle payments to your landlord in full, just like the others on the list. But where they really differentiate is in the investment angle. Preco operates a hybrid model. It offers the same rent flexibility you're looking for, but it also lets you explore property investment while you're still renting. This, I think, is an interesting shift in mindset. You're not just a tenant anymore, you're potentially becoming a micro investor in the real estate market. Preco lets you browse through vetted real estate investment opportunities on the same platform where you manage your rent. So if you're someone who's financially savvy and thinking long term, this could be an ideal way to bridge the gap between renting and owning. It's especially appealing for expats or younger residents who don't want to lock in a mortgage just yet, but still want some skin in the property game. Functionally, their rent system works just like the others. Your landlord gets paid in advance, you pay monthly to Preco, and you can opt to use your credit card depending on the offer at the time. But it's the investment feature that gives them an edge, particularly in a market like Dubai, where property ownership is often seen as a milestone. So what's the bottom line? If you want the most comprehensive platform, one that supports monthly rent, landlord tools, credit card payments, and even property investment, Keyper is probably the best bet. If you're looking for fast, focused, no fuss monthly rent, Rently delivers exactly that. Now, if you want a simplified process with credit card compatibility and transparency, Easy Rent has you covered. And if you like the idea of building toward property ownership while renting, Preco gives you that hybrid model. These platforms are changing the rental game in Dubai. No more scrambling for checks, no more draining your savings to pay 6 months of rent in one go, and honestly, it's about time this changes. So here are my final thoughts. Personally, I think this shift is long overdue. Monthly rent isn't just more manageable, it's how the rest of the world already operates. The idea that you should hand over tens of thousands of dirhams in advance for a basic necessity like housing never made sense to me. And now these apps are giving tenants power, flexibility, and a smarter way to live in Dubai. I've signed up to a few of these platforms myself, and once you go monthly, I think it would be hard to go back. Just make sure you read the fine print, understand the fees, and always stay on top of your payments. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit that bell icon so you don't miss any future uploads from my channel. Let me know in the comments, are you using any of these platforms right now? Which one do you want me to try out or review in more detail? With that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one.